The worst femboy predator ever. It's really bad. By Sileskios. So technically this is 3 months old. But there have been new movements about from this guy. Because now he has become a VTuber. And people don't even know what he has done. I haven't watched this video, but I know that his reputation is not that good. And yeah, this guy's gonna be interesting. Anyways, we'll see who this guy is, what this is about. All I know is now that he does VTubing stuff, and I don't want him in the space if he's actually as terrible as people are saying that he is. We'll see. This video contains heavy topics that may not be suitable for some audiences. Do not harass anyone mentioned in this video. Viewer discretion is advised. There we go. So if you don't like gross topics, you gotta leave. Oh, he is actually a VTuber. Even already, even 3 months ago he was already a VTuber. That's not good.
You wanted high quality, you'll get high quality.
Interesting. Yeah, I think this guy already has made a video on this femboy predator VTuber artist, whatever this guy is, already. But it was just 20 minutes. But now this one is 40.
Welcome back to the game one final time, Piskus? How do I say your name? I genuinely don't even know.
Picky? Pisky? Picky Silly here. Okay.
Hello everyone, while I was on break, one of the predators I had previously exposed decided to pop their heads back up and make a video about me. So I shall return the favor one final time. By the way, don't bother visiting Lord Pixie's channel or even feeding into their comment section. The whole reason they're posting this video in the first place is...
Why would I do that? Yeah, it's just 3 minutes long and this is just rage bait. But to be honest, I would not want to watch somebody pay attention to somebody like that anyways. Like, there's no point. Regardless. I am really curious how bad it really is.
Simply for attention. It's a desperate call for attention. The evidence in the original video speaks for itself if you pay attention, and 4 months later, Pixie has realized that the video is almost at 90,000 views, and noticed that their career is over no matter where they went and what.
20-minute long? Creator Femboy loves mine. Oh god, we are talking about minors again. Oh no!
What they choose to do. Now before we get to the rest of this video, let me give you a quick recap. Lord Pixie was exposed for their disgusting actions of predatory behavior. 2 of their members who possess...
I thought, so that, seeing that stretch. What is censored here? Oh god, nudes, he's requesting nudes. Can we just get off the mines? Apparently not. Also, for example, this was a newer screenshot of Pixie requesting NSFW photos from him, with a 20-3-year-old, so a 17-year-old. I am once again required to say this. If you are underage, do not send nude photos. Thank you. Or lewd photos, or whatever. Thank you. Not only should you not send it to others that are underage, you should also not send it to adults. And you should not request from... And adults should not request them from you. No. No.
Possessed the Royal Guard moderator role in Pixie's Discord server had come to me and given me information about Pixie themselves, demonstrating...
A 70-page Google Doc? Oh no! Man, that... Interesting.
Predator-like actions towards members who were under the legal age of consent. Now, Pixie still owns this.
No. 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 No.
Discord server with 27,000 individuals.
Well, by that time, there were still plenty alive. I wonder if that's still the case.
In this previous video, I expressed great disgust at the things said and done in the scenes and also behind the scenes of this Discord server.
Would you make this type of video? I have covered Google Docs before, yes, 2 in fact. And also other things on Twitter. Steps on your balls. Oh no.
Which is most certainly a cesspool. What shocked me about
I didn't read that. Fuck, I didn't read that. What was that?
Individuals. In this previous video, I expressed great disgust at the things said and done in the scenes and also behind the scenes of this Discord server, which is most certainly
What? What? Just been over already, you weak twink. What the fuck is going on? This is peak corn addiction energy already.
a cesspool. What shocked me about my video the most was how little impact it had in terms of changing the hearts and the minds.
But 14 is legal age here. What are you, German? Not another German one. Please no. Please no. Pixie, I really don't want this to be how people see you. Insane. Okay, censored messages. At this point, whatever happens, happens. I just like manipulating people. There's no saving his image, bro is cooked.
Of the monstrous individuals who see nothing wrong with sexualizing children. Let me be clear, if you openly support a predator and you are aware of their actions, or in this case are aware of Pixie's actions, you are a part of the problem. If you sit there and do nothing, you are the problem. You are just as monstrous and responsible for what happens to the children now and the children then. This is a call to the people in Picky's Femboy hangout.
True take. If you defend somebody who is knowingly a predator, that makes you at fault for whatever happens to future victims. I'm even going so far to say that if you do not report a crime that has happened to you, doesn't matter what crime it is it stealing, is it assault, whatever it is, then you are partially at fault if something happens to another person when the person that attacked you or did something to you goes around and does it again. I know, incredible hot take. People are gonna hate me for this, but I do not care.
Stop supporting a predator who takes advantage of you specifically for your funds. They will admit to doing such things.
I'll just rob you instead then, because that's what I usually do for money. Oh no, if you are this immature about running a community, don't have a goddamn community. Jesus. What the fuck? What does he mean? Does he have pay pigs?
Things time and time again in front of you as well. He doesn't care about you or your company or anyone in his server. They just want to prey upon their younger audience and get rich for sitting on their pee-stained booty all day.
Oh my god, is that $5? I can get like a meal with that.
What? Did not even understand that.
You as well. He doesn't care about you or your company or anyone in his server. They just want to prey upon their younger audience and get rich for sitting on their pee-stained booty all day.
Oh my god, is that $5? I can get like a meal with that.
Now, Pixie's
Man,
main argument against me the entire time has been that I've been making...
you love my attention so much that you had to at twice. Pookie, still have yet to get a single message from you. My DMs are open. Do you want to continue a one-sided narrative forever to farm more YouTube money? Oh god.
These videos for making a quick buck, which is actually not true. What I do for my job here is I make content focused on awareness and bringing a voice to those that are voiceless. I like to get the story out there for those that have been affected by predatory behavior because I have had an experience similar myself. This means the funds that I could make on my videos are not nearly as much as other content creators of my size, simply because I am focused on bringing awareness and not so much on making a quick buck, as you would say, Pixie. Also, this is my job, my only source of revenue. You don't see me begging my Discord server members.
That is true, but sometimes you can't blame a person for not reporting it, because that would mean you would have to interact with them again, most likely. Yeah, but the problem is what happens if it happens again, because you refuse to report. What happens then? If it's a first-time offense, and you don't report it, what if it happens again? Like, if something happened to me, I would immediately, no matter what it was, I would immediately report it. I don't want that to happen to anybody else. That's how I see it. I appreciate everyone. We managed to rank up almost 2,000 euros. Rose, in under 4 hours, I'm scared. Oh god, he's European. That narrows it down. Age of consent 14. That works with Germany. Oh no, not again. It might not seem a lot to some, but it's a lot to me. I'm glad I have a community that cares enough to support me. Yeah. You also want to take care of them when they're underage. But things like this only last if it's every other month. Even just a few bucks helps a lot. He is farming his viewers.
Members for thousands of dollars, blowing it on explicit toys and banning them if they don't donate. Considering how disgusting you are regarding monetary value, I don't think you have any wiggle room to speak. You would take a dollar.
Shit, I couldn't read it. Fuck. There's literally no reason to unban you since you show me absolutely no support or proof you care. The only time I unban people that did me wrong is if they donate if they donate, oh, okay. Huh? Literally! Making others pay so they can interact with you again. But then again, if you don't donate, I have questions. Please be let him be French.
Considering how disgusting you are regarding monetary value, I don't think you have any.
It can't be French. The French don't know the French don't know age of consent. Remember Cuties on Netflix? That was taken down not that long ago. That was up for years. Yeah.
Any wiggle room to speak. You would take a dollar over someone else's life. And also, let me just quickly show you how many of my videos are.
Damn, they're all limited. They're all limited. Why is e-begging popular? I do not know. It works. The one I see it, it works. It apparently works. Good question, though. I guess Sims? And Gooners and stuff like that?
Age restricted, strictly for the fact of keeping people safe. In this video I made, we see several instances of Pixie preying upon underage individuals, some of which were 4 years younger, some of
You're illegal if you are 4 years younger or older. And up is illegal. I don't know what's censored here, but I'm 18, so it can be max 4 years apart. Or you're just giving affection, just something wholesome though. I really don't want to keep asking and you feel like I'm forcing. Why are you speaking like that? I will nuke you. I mean, my age told me her age. I kept calling her jailbait and I still do. What?
of which were 5 years younger, and remember that Pixie was above the age.
Also, yeah, you should probably go to sleep. Okay, so this is probably Pixie in this case, but Spook. Named differently. You seem like 20 still, the way you talk and react. Oh! Oh! Here we have it! The age-old argument of... It's okay, they're really mature for their age! There's a car joke to be made here, because certain people here in Germany that are interested in underage people drive a certain car. Most people would think you would be catfishing just because they seem way older, no offense, but yeah, good God.
Age of consent at both of these instances. Finally, a more recent example occurred with another.
He says all of it like if he were the only one dealing with other shit, bro. He's 23. I'm not even whatever age. He likes me in the way, and I have to take fucking care of him and also deal with myself. So he's a grown, whatever you want to call it, grown man. A grown man who can't take care of himself, so minors need to look after him. Oh god, really?
Victim in 2023, where Pixie asked them out, and they were half of 30. Pixie was 23 years old. These are 3 instances out of what I imagine to be literally hundreds of other lives Pixie has ruined and will continue ruining because we have not adequately dealt with this predatory empire that they have built. We made Pixie delete their socials and every instance of my video on this server because we exposed the truth about their disgusting character. Let's do it once more, but this time we do it together, and we put an end to the reign of preying upon innocent children. Lord Pixie, or Picky Silly as they're called now, was a semi-popular femboy content creator. I say semi mostly because they were never really popular
This is just audio. This is just Gooner audio. This is just audio. Nothing else. Look at those. Would you really call this popular? He has like 2K subs and like 2K views around. Max 4.9. I don't know.
To begin with. It's mostly just their content of blatant over-sexualization of femboy content aimed at demographics. Majorly degenerates, I'd say. This includes children who don't know any better. And how do we know this? Well, if you look at their most recent video about me, you can see a comment from a subscriber stating their...
Hot take. Hot take. If you are a minor and you consider yourself a femboy, do not interact with the internet culture of femboys. Everything I've seen so far is all degenerate. Straight up. A minor should not interact with this community in its entirety, because the vast majority of it feels like it's just NSFW.
Age in Pixky's video. Comment section. This individual leaving this comment is quite...
People accuse others of being certified PDF files, and gooners need to get everything lives. Like, at least have some form of proof. If he tries to make some shit out of me, I'm quite literally underage right now.
Literally 20-7. Watching this over-sexualized femboy slop...
What?
Know this? Well, if you look at their most recent video about me, you can see a comment from a subscriber stating their age in Pixky's video. Comment section. This individual leaving this comment is quite literally 20-7.
13. 13. 13. 13-year-old interacts with this kind of content. Fuck, dude.
Watching this over-sexualized femboy slop content that shouldn't even be allowed on YouTube in the first place. Some of these images are literally just Rule 34 images with text slapped onto them. It's disgusting, and just one small critique with Pixie out of thousands that I have. Pixie, I'm aware of how your mind works. You were...
I was a creator no one knew anything about, and suddenly a service says shit I've never been in. I think they assume everyone's dumb. Most people took my side. It doesn't sit well when someone you've seen mental issues from first hand suddenly gets called a pretender after being like this for over a year. You can't pretend for years to people you talk to daily. I've been just honest since the start. Why do I not feel like that? They pretended to be someone else for years. Say that to someone that talks to me 5+ hours a day and see if they believe it. Oh, I can pretend for 5+ hours easily. I can pretend to like somebody and absolutely despise them. That's not hard. I talk to people for months on end. I don't know what their goal is, since I've only done a shit ton of more stuff since they started saying crap. Anyways, take me down as if anyone could do that. Ooh, we have somebody with an ego. We have somebody with an ego. I could always just make a new content platform on their new name anyway, and then they have to start from zero. They're powerless. They've been chilling since the start. I've been chilling since the start. I've never had to lift a finger. Like, I spent around 700 euros now on just Gooner toys. Ooh, we got somebody with an ego. We love to see that.
You're a sociopath. You think that preying upon good people's generosity makes you above them, when in truth, without those people who give to you, you would have nothing and be nothing. You do not have any disabilities, and I call your bluff. It is all an act to get money from your audience, and pity. Just as you had to run that scam.
I could give them a few disabilities. Like headlessness with a wood chipper.
On them previously on Twitch under the name of SpookRL. I also
SpookRL Twitch scam. If you play tournaments, you might have noticed 500, whatever that is, tournaments hosted by SpookRL. He's doing this for followers and viewers, as he doesn't even pay the winner. Damn, he scams people as well. Each stream he gets 100+ followers from doing this constantly, because he won't pay people that don't watch him. He's only been a streamer for 11 days, but through these tournaments, he now has over 1,200 followers. He's hosted over 100 of these tournaments this week, and I turned into his stream, and yesterday I heard him say this: why would I have to pay people that win this tournament that have not been following me for a long time? Why should I have to do that? It was something along those lines. Him explaining why he does not give out the prize to the winners, even with a Twitch clip added. Interesting. What I find interesting in this case is that, shouldn't you be able to report him on Twitch for that? I wonder, right? I don't know, man. Maybe he should just host a tournament that only his fans know about, dude. Yeah, it's just farming viewers and followers in this case. And he does mass produce these tournaments. Okay. Scammer as well.
Also know you're white, so stop playing the race card for clout. You continuously...
He is pulling the race card as well? Can we say that's inherently racist already? So we already got that as well?
lie, and I continue to catch you at every corner simply because, well, you're just not that smart. Out of all the real predators I've exposed, you are my most disliked and most sociopathic and psychopathic, simply because you think you're above the
ranking predators. This predator I dislike, but not as much as this predator. This predator is the worst one. I dislike that one the most. Interesting.
Law and repercussions. Remember that you are merely a human with a fragile ego. I will now react to your video and give my honest thoughts and break it down so your tiny predator brain can understand. Alright, today we're reacting to Piskies or Pescos. I don't really remember his name. We're reacting to his video called YouTuber Makes Thousands by Harassing Fake Predators. Now, I'm going to call you out on the title here already. Number one, I do not make thousands, probably hundreds, not thousands though, not thousands, that's for sure. Harassing fake predators. None of the predators that I cover are fake, and they are all backed by evidence with Google Drives, Google Docs, thousands of videos, and you're insane. So let's get into this video.
Hello guys, I didn't want to make this video because I don't like drama, but...
Okay.
I hate this. I don't like drama. The people that say they don't like drama are the ones who enjoy drama the most. Also here, if you don't like drama, how about you leave kids alone? How about that?
So I'm going to stop you. The first 5 seconds of the video. This whole entire situation isn't drama. You touch children. You are a monstrous individual. It's just genuinely that simple. I'm sorry that I have to spell it out for you. I thought you were an adult. Very clearly, you aren't. I mean, that kind of makes sense considering your target audience is children. So, I'm going to be honest with you, Pixie. This isn't drama. This is just straight up you being a predator. And you're lashing out at me for what, exactly?
But I'm gonna have to talk about this dude. So there's this person called Sileskios, and his entire channel is basically making money off of calling people predators and groomers and stuff.
I don't make money off of calling people predators and groomers. I make funds off of calling out monstrous individuals that take advantage of children. I do this because it's the right thing to do, not because it's getting me a quick buck. I don't do it for monetary gain, unlike you, where you beg in your Discord server for funds and money and all that sort of stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, and this is an insane level of reaching.
And he doesn't really do a lot of digging. He will literally like randomly go in someone's game or like try to confront them or try to get stuff on them. So
I don't have to go into someone's game to get evidence on them. Most of the time the evidence is given to me by the victims themselves, and I also do a lot of the digging myself as well. I have to figure out that person's Discord, I have to figure out.
You can already tell that this video of his is practically useless. Consider this, that it's just basically 3 minutes long. If anything, you could argue that he did not do any digging. Not that he would really do, because then he would kind of realize that he's the problem. I think he probably knows.
The information, make it all line up, make sure I'm not throwing dirt on an innocent person's name. I have to go through an entire process of work, and for you to just throw that out the window is completely insane to me. Clearly, you didn't do any research doing any research into me doing my research. Freaking paradoxical moron over here.
to make them look bad. And like this whole channel is monetized or whatever you want to call it. Like he makes money off of this. These are like 30-minute videos.
Yes, again, I do make money off of my videos. Now, why is that an important thing to be talked about here? Well, Pisky thinks because I make funds off of these videos that it just completely devalues.
Which I think is such a stupid argument. I heard somebody, recently, somebody said, oh, Shoe on Head is actually not believing in the things she talks about, and like, she only makes money of it. But how about, but you're a moron, because consider this, right? Consider this. For example, what he does here. Of course it's monetized, because this being monetized helps him make more of this. It helps him expose more of these people. Like the argument, you are only doing this because for money. You're only doing something good, for money. It's stupid. I don't understand what the thought process here is.
The idea of speaking up for the victims. He thinks because I'm making a quick buck off of this, that the voices of the victims aren't truly being spoken. I mean, that's his opinion. And he's more than welcome to think that, but again, as I've said from the very beginning of my channel, even before I was monetized, it's about getting the voices of the voiceless out there. I want to be that voice for the people that need to be heard. Again, as I've told you before, I've been in a situation previously like this before where I was a victim myself, so I know what it's like to feel like there's nowhere else to turn. And now that I have this platform to speak out for other people that need help, I want to help those people. I don't care if it's for revenue or not. And obviously this is my job. I do this because I enjoy helping people. It's that simple. If you have a problem with that, I suggest you hit the door before the door hits you, weirdo.
And what he does, he talks about a creator, and he even did it to me. Like in this video, for example, like you can't even tell if it's me or not because he doesn't show profile.
We can tell it's you. Your name Pixie is right there. What are you talking about? Your profile picture is right there.
Yeah, also considering that right now this guy is on Twitter and interacting with other VTubers, and like you can see that this is the same Twitter account. Like we can tell that you are that. Like, do people like that really believe like that you are that safe from people figuring out who you are?
You literally, like, this is a screenshot of you in your Discord server. Maybe not even in your Discord server. This is a screenshot of you flirting with a child. You're disgusting, Pixie.
For anything. But he basically will say like that I'm this random white guy, like random content creator without any proof, by the way. He doesn't.
Okay, so you just skipped over the part.
Damn, look at this. You're legal if you are 4 years younger or older. 14 up is legal, but I'm 18, so it can be max 4 years apart. Well, there we have it. What are you doing with a 14-year-old at age 18? What are you doing with a 14-year-old? That makes no sense, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. For real.
That proves exactly who you are.
Like that I'm this random white.
This part right here, Spook RL. So you ask later on. You ask how I know. And your community asks how I know that this person, Spook RL, is you. This is a screenshot of your previous Steam page before you had gone out of your way to change it. Obviously, it looks very different now. Pixie. Your name is Pixie. Like, I don't know how much more I can spell it out for you. This is a profile of a girl looking like Pikachu. And, look, down here.
This is Miss Nagatoro looking like, this is Nagatoro looking like, Pikachu. Also we have like the Twitch thingies here as well, right? Also, why did you change it if there's no problem? That's odd.
Here, you see this, all these circled bits that I circled to put emphasis on the part of the name. Spook RL is under the previous usernames of Pixie. Pika RL is another former username of Pika RL is a former username of Pixie himself, right? So Pika RL is Pixie. And if you look up Pika RL, there is still some stuff that I have about Pixie.
Screenshots of former Twitch icons on the Pixie's current Twitch aliases. An identical matching profile picture with the former username Spook RL and Pika RL. Yeah, you cooked. We know who you are.
That leads back to Pika RL. We know for a fact that you are Spook RL because it's in your Steam previous names. Don't act stupid. Stop trying to act like you're some invincible god, because you're not, dude. And we're tired of it.
White guy, like random content creator without any proof, by the way.
Oh, right. So he mentions how I'm talking
He might actually be German. I'm scared.
about him not being some sort of random white guy, and then he claims that he's black, right? So how do we know he's not?
He claims to be black! There is no way you can... What the heck? Chat, white is the new black. It's over. Well, if he is black, maybe they stole his melanin. You know, he didn't vote for Biden. But he's European, so that makes no sense. But regardless, maybe he sucked out his melanin. They stole his melanin. Like, come on, dude. You are not black. You're not even remotely... You're a white dude.
Not black? Well, he sent a photo of himself to prove that he wasn't black. He's white. Whiter than me, actually, which is crazy to think about. So, again, just another thing that you've lied about. Who knows what you'll continue to lie about in this video, but let's keep it going.
Why? He doesn't back it up why he thinks that. That's, I think, the weirdest part. Like,
I have seen your face before, and there's a screenshot on another exposed video with your face on it. You are a white male, and you act like a child, and you do things with children. You are disgusting, and you should have been in jail a long time ago.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what the hell this video is, because you can see, like, he just...
I'll tell you what this video is. It's an exposure video exposing the terrible things that you've done to children, both in and off of your Discord. And if I have to spell it out for you, it's no wonder that we've gotten to this point, because clearly you are just so unintelligent that you just can't understand such a simple concept.
Just talks sometimes for a minute straight about, like, random stuff. Like, this...
Nothing in this video is random. Every single thing in this video is basically vocal proof of me talking about the horrible things that you've done in the past. And whether or not you want to admit to them, these things will haunt you. They are attached to every single...
That German accent, I think he might be German. Please let him be Austrian. Please let him be Austrian. Please let him be Austrian. Yeah, I think he's German, actually. The accent sounds like a German person.
Name change that you make. You will not be going anywhere without being known as a predator. You will not be free, and I will make sure of it.
This is what I know.
The problem is people are already, like, in VTubing, people are already interacting, like, for VTubers are already interacting with him like he's the most normal guy ever. You are not normal. Even if I have to kick you out personally.
I don't get, he thinks like he knows me, even though he's never even talked to me.
You're right, I have never once spoken to you, Pixie, but I'll be honest with you right now. I don't need to speak to you to know that you've done horrible things. I've seen a document with 70 pages, I've seen a Twitter page, I've seen an Instagram page, I've seen everything in the book about you. Every single month I get a report of you doing something with a child, and it just continuously goes on and on and on and on, and it never stops. 57 seconds into this video, and I've brought up every single counterpoint to your 3-minute video in response to my 20-minute video. You invalidated everything I said, and you went...
I don't know. I don't know. I think this guy should be exiled from every community. I don't even know if this video is going to do anything, but considering how he's still running around, as I've seen him respond to an artist recently, he is gonna continue with this until people kick him out of the VTubing community, which I think the Under the Tea podcast already wanted to look at it, but I don't know.
Went on a tangent. You can't even make a solid talking point. I don't understand why you suddenly had the gall to stand up and make this trash content trying to criticize me for criticizing you for being a predator. Mine is legitimate. Yours is garbage.
Like this, he made this whole video, he deletes comments, like, it's super parasocial.
You want to talk about parasocial. You're the one that made a video about me. Specific.
Parasocial? How does that You barely have interacted with each other the way I understand this. How could this be parasocial?
Specifically about me making a video about you when I have not spoken about you for 4 months, while I still got reports of you pretty much every single day. The only reason why I didn't make a Fallout video on you was because I know you feed into negative attention. You want that attention because your ego is so small. Genuinely, Pixie, I've always been disappointed in you. You've been one of my least favorite least favorite predators, to be honest with you. I don't like any of them, but you are my
I still find that funny. You're my least favorite predator. Oh god, yeah, that's gonna hurt his feelings for sure. That is crazy.
my least favorite. And by the way, you are a gooner. I'm just going to point that out. Your entire channel's content is gooner bait content. Hold on, can I hear this again? What is he complaining about?
Like this, he made this whole video, he deletes comments.
Right, deleting comments. So, in terms of deleting comments, I have not once deleted a single content or a single comment on this content creator Femboy video talking about you, Pixie. But if we look at your video, you did in fact delete every single one of my community members' comments and even went out of your way to delete even my own wife's comments. So I know that this is just deflection and reflection because you've been doing it yourself.
Wait, his wife was... What?
Video, you did in fact delete every single one of my... And by the way, you are a gooner. I'm just going to point that out. Your entire channel's content is gooner bait content. Hold on, can I hear this again? What is he complaining about?
Like this, he made this whole video, he deletes comments.
Right, deleting comments. So, in terms of deleting comments, I have not once deleted a single content or a single comment on this content creator Femboy video talking about you, Pixie. But if we look at your video, you did in fact delete every single one of my community members' comments and
Community member comments?
even went out of your way to delete even my own wife's comments. So
His wife's comments as well. Okay, interesting.
I know that this is just deflection and reflection because you've been doing it yourself. So I'm very disappointed in you, bro.
Like
Try
it's
again.
super parasocial. And he calls me a gooner, like I make corn online. That's how I make my money and stuff. Like for example, he also says that I'm not like handicapped and stuff, and like he always talks about that.
I mean, if you are into children, you might actually be mentally handicapped. Sure.
Look, the only reason why I said I don't believe you're handicapped was because you had previously run a bunch of scams. No matter what you look at, I think that if you're going to claim to be handicapped and then you have a record of scamming people, I think it's going to be pretty hard to sell to folks that you're handicapped. It doesn't really make sense that you're going out of your way to suddenly say, oh, hey, I'm handicapped. Let me go ahead and just, completely brush off the fact that I used to scam my audience. It's fine, really.
Oh, it can get worse. Like you called me white even though I'm black. You're black.
Again,
He straight up says it. He straight up says it. Well, we have pictures of him confirming that he is white as snow. But bro says that he is black. Ain't no way. Nah, this can't be, bro.
you're not black, you're white. So I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Get a reality check. Go straight to prison.
Straight to prison and bro is transracial. I feel black, so I must be black. What the fuck?
Is you fucking whitewashing me? I think that's like the tip of the iceberg.
You are white! What do you mean nobody's whitewashing you? This is outrageous. They whitewashed Obama!
You then call me that I'm not handicapped? Based on what?
Again, I didn't say you weren't handicapped. I'm saying it's hard to believe that you are handicapped, given the fact that you used to scam your audience. It's that simple. Moving on.
Nothing? Your own opinion? Even though you've never talked about me? And then you spam promote your own stuff in my own server. Like,
I spam promote my own stuff in your server? I do not care about you one bit, Pixie. I don't even know what you're talking about. The video has 80,000 views naturally, because people have spread it around, discussing the horrible things that you have done, and will do up to this point. You will continue to be a monster just because you get off to it. You get off to harassing children. You get off to harassing anyone that doesn't pay you a single ounce of their paychecks, because you think you are so entitled that these people owe you money simply just for existing. Honestly, I really do genuinely doubt that you are handicapped, specifically because of all of...
I just do not understand as to why you would pay somebody like that. Like, it really just is because you are parasocial, you want to get into his Booty cheeks. Probably. If you pay him. Because minors likely wouldn't pay him, really.
Of these lies and stuff that you continue to say, this web that you've woven, it just keeps going and getting larger and larger. And I am genuinely disappointed in you. I have been since day one, and it gets worse. I feel like a father of a parent that will never ever change. A father of a parent? Father of a child that will never change. You get what I'm saying. It's just disappointing. You're disgusting.
Like this dude, the only reason this has any views is because he spams it everywhere. He brings this up in random communities. He brings this up to random...
So he's saying that I go out of my way while making...
Oh, I have spread this video as well. I have posted this video under a few places where he interacted with. I don't care. If I see him, I post this video. It's on site. I don't care. Get this loser out of here. Yeah, well, he focuses on predators.
Making all of these other predator videos to spread this video. And again, I'm going to go ahead and stop you there, Pixie, because that's not what's happening. I made this video, that's true. And people spread it because guess what? They want to hear the truth about you and your character. I haven't done anything other than make the video and post it. Other than that, it's been everybody else to spread this video like wildfire. And I hope by the time that I release this next video that this video is at like 90k, just to add salt to your wound. Disgusting. Femboy.
Damn! Spit on this man! Hawk Tua, spit on this predator. That's crazy. Based. Incredibly based.
Boy wannabe.
mods to get me like banned or like my friends banned. He spams it to my friends. He spams it to my supporters.
I have never once spammed this video to your supporters or to your friends. This video just spreaded because guess what? The truth spreads. People want to hear the truth about an individual who has wronged other individuals and will continue to do so.
He got so much hate on other socials, way more than I do. I have a better reputation than this dude does.
I get so much hate on socials. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, maybe...
It's very interesting. You have a better reputation. That's very interesting. I would assume that that's a subscriber count is quite high. Is like 5 times, almost 10 times yours. Actually, not just 5 times, 10 times yours. So, and I've never heard of this guy doing anything bad. I see your shit all over Twitter though.
From predators, I guess. I don't really... I've never had an instance of hate come from anyone on a social media other than from predators or predator supporters themselves. So I don't really know what you're talking about, considering every single day you get comments of you asking, hey, are you still a predator? Hey, are you like Diddy still? Hey, are you a creeper? Hey, do you still like cupcakes? And obviously that answer is all yes. You still do like children. You still do like cupcakes. You are still an awful human being at the end of the day. So I don't really understand where you're coming from, this, oh, I have a better reputation than Sileskios. Yeah, look at me. Meanwhile, you're getting accused of being Diddy 2.0 every single day.
Diddy 2.0. Well, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Still a predator, but I wouldn't go that far. I don't think Pixie hoards a crazy amount of baby oil. I would assume.
Hey, what are you talking about, dude? You do not have a better reputation than me, and you never will at this point. Because guess what? I destroyed that reputation that you had with the help of the victims, and you're a monster, and you got what you deserved. That's it.
Because all he does is call people bad and then make money off of it.
You never will at this point, because guess what? I destroyed that reputation that you had with the help of the victims, and you're a monster, and you got what you deserved. That's it.
Because all he does.
Also, I'm 17 and you get out of here. You're 17. Get out of here, please. Don't stay here. Get out of here, please. Also, this is actually just gooner bait, nothing else.
Is call people bad and then make money off of it. Like I even made a fucking comment about
oh,
this.
Also, can I say, look at this. Yeah. Also, I'm straight. Like, what the frick is this, dude? Even this is weird in your frickin', what is it? I don't even know what section this is because it's in a different language, but really, dude?
He's German! Fuck! I just read he's actually German! No! I'm out of here. He is German! This is German! This is German for notification! I just realized! No! Chat, we gotta kill him. I gotta kill him. It's over, chat. No!
Really? Even this is weird and sus, dude.
Call people bad and then make money off of it. Like, I even made a fucking...
I've been pausing this video a lot, and I apologize about that. I'm just frustrated. I'm gonna take this video apart one by one and just... hopefully you guys bear with me. But I do call people bad. I call them out for being disgusting human beings. If you do something with a child, you deserve to be called out. It's that simple. Again, I don't do this for monetary gain. Stop bringing it up. Stop repeating yourself like a broken record. Come up with more original points. Because, again, it just doesn't matter. At the end of the day...
Is it really points? Is it really points? He doesn't really do anything. It's just a 3-minute video. Like, if I had to defend myself, I would not just make a 3-minute video.
I don't care about the monetary stuff. I genuinely do not care. Just move on, dude.
Can comment about it. Like, I try to bait him into like stuff to kind of be like passive aggressive. Like, you should cry about it, and then I'm like never have been in a server. And then he goes like, yeah, I know you're in my server because my staff members are banned. They're banned because they harass my community. That's why.
None of my staff members have harassed you or your server members. I think you're just genuinely, you are everything that you said I am in this video. You're a parasocial maniac who thinks that I have...
He's projecting, is that it? He's pretty much just projecting. That's really it. He's just projecting. And honestly, he might actually be everything. Like, he deleted the comments. He may have harassed your community as well. I don't know.
Infiltrated your server and attempted to spread this video around because it destroys your reputation. The person that destroyed your reputation was none other than you, Pixie, yourself. Unfortunately, that is the harsh, cold truth of the reality. The video only spreaded because of everyone else who took initiative to spread the video, to spread the truth. Everything else is your responsibility. I am not in your server. Never once have any of my staff members been in your server, and I don't know what you're talking about. Genuinely, I think you're crazy. Like, there's just no way around it.
Why? I don't even know who they are. I've never even talked to you. I don't even know who you are. You don't know me at all. Yeah, and I said, because he said like, oh, not a big show, I can't really out to someone who has banned me. Like, I have never banned you. You just harass people.
I have never banned you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I tried to join Pixie's Discord server on any alt account, he actually went out of his way to have me and I'm pretty sure my staff members also IP banned.
Damn, you can do that? Didn't even know that. That's interesting, but that's crazy. What's up with PDFs lately? Recently on Twitter, there was a case where a teacher, a middle schooler, and the comments are just saying, "Oh, I wish that was me." I find that funny. You know why? The same people that say that would say get the wood chipper if it was an underage girl. 100%. But they say, "I wish that was me." When it's a young boy, gross as hell.
So what he does is he has people in my Discord server. While he may not have joined directly himself, he had people join on a bunch of their alts to come into my server and spy on me and attempt to gather information. Obviously, it didn't work because he's here making a video just insulting me, basically.
So pretty much it is confirming that he essentially did what he says Sileskios did. That's pretty much... He does what he says the other one does. Projection.
Basically, at this point.
Like, I have never banned you. You just harass people and then complain about it. Like, I made a whole talk about this. Like, I even talked about this on my server. And I know he's, like, deleted a lot of the comments. And it's just a bunch of negative people. Like, he basically...
All of these people are negative because they're seeing what exactly you are capable of. You are capable of the most monstrous things with children. I do not pay any of these people to say anything. I don't program these people to think. They just see the hardcore truth of the things you've done, and that's enough to sell these people that you are an awful human being. It was enough to sell me that you are an awful human being who does things with children. How many times do I have to say this? Pixie, whatever your freaking name is. No one cares about, like...
Pisky! With a double S!
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. No one cares about you. because you have decided to throw away your life and do things with children. The moment you had done so, your career was over, your life was over, you deserve to be in prison. You are one of the worst predators, instances of predatory behavior that I've seen. You sent photos to a child, you take advantage of a child almost every single month, every single week almost, I'd say. And it just gets worse and worse. When are you going to stop? When are you going to grow up? Unironically, and you're still an adult.
He does not need to grow up. He does not need to grow up. What he does is need to go to jail. What he needs to happen, what has to happen here is that he needs to go to jail. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. I wanted to watch this.
That's the worst part about this situation.
He brought up the most toxic people. This is a color post to Sileskios. If you really want your reputation to not sink any lower, stop talking bad about people. Actually try to get some evidence before you talk shit about anybody.
Alright, so this is a call out to Lord Pisces, or whatever his name is. Picky Silly at this point, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Pixie Silly, whatever your name is, dude. Just do better. You're still a predator, and you're not gaining anything by trying to call me out here. In fact, you're making your situation worse. I know that this is a desperate attempt for my attention, because your channel is, well, let's be honest with you, it only pulls about 800 views, which isn't great. So, and that's again with Gooner bait content, everything that revolved around you is Gooner.
That's why people didn't watch it. That's why people didn't watch it. It's not Gooner bait. That's why it has like 800 views. Why people throw their entire career to the ground just to fulfill their weird fetishes. I'm gonna say something that might be controversial, but if you realize that you might be attracted to minors and you haven't done anything yet, please go to therapy. Please go to therapy. These people saying, I wish I was in that kid's shoes, advocating for... Yeah, like I said, and at the same time they would crash out if it was a girl. Double standards. This shouldn't happen to kids at all. It doesn't matter which gender it is.
Bait content. So I'm just, you know, your career's hit rock bottom and it will continue to sink lower and lower, and I think that's why you're finally reaching out 4 months later, is you've realized this video about you has 80,000 views and you've realized that you have no going back point. There is no point of return for you. This is a wrap for you, Piscus, whatever you want to be called. I'm going to be honest with you, dude, your career's done. It's gone. And I'm going to make sure...
What career? Could you really call that a career if broke even exists? Barely? Like, the only way this was sustainable was through others making it possible by asking for money. Bro never had a career to begin with.
Sure of it, to be honest with you, with this video. I'm going to give even more evidence, and I'm going to keep making sure that you sink to the rock bottom. It was your decision to respond, and your decision to make this video, and your decision to do things with children. And that's why I made that video about you.
And get a new hobby, because your entire brand is just talking crap about people. You try to tell yourself the Chris Hansen of YouTube, but you know any better. You're not any better because you make money off of this.
Alright, so I'll be...
What is this weird... Oh, you're doing this because you're doing it for money. It's like, what? Making videos about predators and exposing predators. Yes, it is monetized, but you have to consider this always, like I said earlier. This, making videos about groomers and predators and making money off of it, helps making more videos about predators.
To be honest with you, I'm nothing like Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen, I think, I'd put that man on a pedestal, to be honest with you, because he does so much good for the world, and he really genuinely does get the results. He does get those people arrested. He does get them to face consequences. And I wish I had half of the power, half of the authority that Chris Hansen had, because I'd put you in jail with all of those other creepers that Chris Hansen exposes. You're right. I am nothing like Chris Hansen, and I never will be. I can't live up to that legacy, but I can live up to a different legacy behind Sileskios, where I still get the predators and get them in jail for doing things with children who deserve the world. They are innocent children, youth, that deserve to enjoy their lives without having been permanently scarred by some disgusting adult who doesn't even understand repercussions themselves. Like, it's just genuinely frustrating to have to sit here and explain.
Actually, I think, according to German law, you can jail him. I think you can actually jail him. Because while the age of consent is 14, you also have to consider this, right? The argument falls flat if the kids were not from Germany. Because if the kids were not from Germany, it doesn't matter if the age of consent is in your country. On the internet, that does not work for you. So I think you can send this guy to jail, even if the kids were German. That still doesn't change anything, because legally you cannot request lewd photos. I don't think so. So you cook regardless.
This over and over again. That simple one-word phrase of, oh, hey, you're a predator, that's it. There should be no more after this. You should understand that you're a monster. Moving on.
You only do this for money. You basically...
And there it is again. After just a second, I'd say, after I'd just unpaused, or paused again, again, there's the excuse of like, oh, you do this for money. It's like, dude, I've gone over this several different times now, even before this, right? Every single predator I've ever confronted claims that I do this for funds after I expose them and call them out for it. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I do this to support myself. But you know what I do above myself? I hold the victims higher than myself. And I will always do so, because it is morally correct, and it is, in my opinion, way more important than making a quick buck. I'm going to say I probably make about $200 per video. So, with every video...
Consider this. Consider this. You're putting a lot of effort and time into this. Exposing these people. I don't see how monetizing this is bad. It's just like the cherry on top. You get to do something good, and you support yourself with that. I don't see any issue with this at all. These kinds of people should be sent to the prison from Dead Man Wonderland. They should be put into Alcatraz, not even let out anymore. Just straight up.
That's uploaded, $200 is not enough to live off of. Now, if I save up, maybe eventually, yeah, sure, I'll have some money. When it comes down to doing things for financial stuff, I don't care about financial stuff again. I only want to help people. I want to expose these predators and assist these victims, even those that go against me. Like, take one of the more recent videos, for example. Spirit was a victim of Chip, and I wanted to still give him the world because he is a victim, no matter if he chooses to see it or not. I fight for these people that don't realize that they are victims, and I will continue to do so, with or without monetary gain. I even did so on Shomaru, when I had no revenue, when I was banned on Sileskios. If you remember, Shomaru VT was an account I made. I still uploaded these predator videos to expose these awful people while I wasn't monetized. I will continue to live by that code that I don't need monetization to help expose these awful predators and to help these victims.
Really cater to a bunch of people that don't have much to do in their life, that like spreading toxicity, and you make money off of it. Don't you have any shame? Do your parents know what you do?
My parents do know.
How about we Uno reverse that? Do your parents know what you're doing? Are your parents fine that you are requesting stuff from minors? And you talk to people in a lewd way that are like 14?
What I do. And in fact, they're extremely proud of me for exposing awful human beings. They look forward to my every single post, and even my parents watch my own content. They approve of everything I'm doing because I'm...
Base parents. Base parents. People are too comfortable telling their moral desires. Apparently, it seems so.
Doing it for the greater good. Unlike you, who sits on his butt all day, on a chair that was gifted to him on Christmas, by the way, by a viewer, which I gotta say, hey buddy, you probably should pay for your own things, just saying. You don't need to sit on your butt all day, like we both know you do. Also, your video is extremely low quality, talking about how my video is low quality, which is kind of I'm very offended, actually, because your video was made in 3 minutes, and it wasn't really even a response video. It just glossed over mine, and it was trash. Your video is trash, dude. All of your content's trash. You're trash. I mean, it makes sense, so I don't know. But, yeah. By the way, I've turned your 3-minute video response here into like a...
This is like 23 or something, almost.
20-minute video on my end. so I'll have to cut this down. But you suck, Pixie.
Stop making money off of that.
I love that he does that. I love that he does that. He spit. I spit on you. I spit on you. Crazy.
Because you make enough money. Probably make hundreds, if not thousands of bucks off of this stuff. Get a new hobby. Stop harassing people, please. You're not doing yourself any favors.
Wants me to stop harassing people, and obviously he wants me to stop harassing the predators, it seems like. Which isn't going to happen. I'm going to continue to absolutely destroy these internet virtual...
Bro literally turned into the Predator Defense Force.
Predators that take advantage of children, because it's the right thing to do. There needs to be somebody to hold these people accountable for their disgusting actions.
Well, we know why, because he is a predator. There's so many fine-looking women out there. So many pretty, adult, legal-age women. And they still go for the younger ones. But funnily enough, apparently... child diddling and animal diddling are apparently also connected to brain damage. Maybe his parents dropped him. Maybe we should blame the parents. Do you feel shame for making horrible people get out of the internet? True.
And I get it. I'm not a vigilante. I'm not police officer. I'm not law enforcement. But what I am is somebody that cares, and that's more than anything you will ever be. All you will ever be is a degenerate person who takes advantage of children because you get off to it. You take advantage of your community members, you scam them, you treat them like trash, you ban them, you're racist, you're ableist, you are every single bad thing in the book. You are a true monster. And even this video goes to show just how great of a disappointment you are. Maybe you'll take a look at yourself when you ask me these questions. Have your parents seen what you have done? I don't think they have, because if they had, they would realize how much of a monster their son truly was, or daughter, if you're really taking estrogen as you said you were, or whatever you're taking. I'm not.
I don't know much to say here, except that's always somewhat the people you think it is.
Not sure. So Pixie, after my reaction to your video, I want people to understand further that you're the kind of person to fake being a Ukrainian during the bombing, to take advantage.
It just gets worse. It just gets worse. There's more evidence. There's gonna be 10 more minutes of evidence. He is faking being a Ukrainian. He is faking being a Ukrainian. End this man. Immediately. I don't want this piece of shit. I'm gonna straight up say it. This guy's a piece of shit. I don't want him here. I don't want him in the VTuber space. Get this bitch out of here.
Of a real tragedy to gain profit off of others' genuine suffering. You have no shame. I want people to understand you're the kind of person who won't unban someone unless they donate to you. You are a manipulative monster. Your choice, Pixie says. Well, Pixie, it's your choice to continue to flirt with children to this day. Your staff member is a child who's under the legal age of consent with the role of plaything and ASMR. In this long paragraph that Pixie says that...
Also, what? I didn't quite catch that. Sale flirter. What the heck? For you, it's midnight. For me, just a silly little Umbreon. What the fuck? ASMR? Plaything?
Under the legal age of consent with the role of plaything.
Why? What?
And ASMR. In this long paragraph that Pixie says they'll eventually...
Another one. I've brought this up before in chat, but I'd like to get it off my chest here. Too, I was many years ago in high school towards the end of my education, and that caused a lot of issues with how I handle stressful situations, social interactions. Is this the... I was assaulted, and now I'm going... that's why I'm assaulting others? Due to being exposed to this drama for years at this point, I started seeing signs of adaptive behavior to cope with it. At first it was curiosity, since those themes were pretty common in fiction and SFW, but it stepped past that. I started being incredibly forceful with getting my will. That is already an incredible red flag. Even if it were small things, I wouldn't take a no. I've been taking hormones, I have no outlet for my urges, and as a result I'm extremely moody and unpredictable. Then get off the... If you cannot handle being in a lot of social situations, which is the case if you have your own community, you should not be a content creator. You should not have a community. You should not be here. You need jail and you need therapy. A lot of jail and a lot of therapy. Beginning of this month, my thoughts have turned into action. I went by bus a few towns overseeing a park while at the time everything seemed normal until I spotted someone I knew about from one of my other friends. She was pretty but not wearing anything over the top. Something snapped at me. I followed her for a while, using years of experience to my advantage and staying at a safe distance so she wouldn't notice me until I pulled her into an alleyway. Away from eyes and people and started... Nah! Get this guy... Oh my... oh god. Get this guy out of here. Nah! Nah! Jail! Jail immediately! Then something snapped inside of me, Vegeta. This is crazy. This guy's an actual predator. 14's still the youngest of the chat. Yep. This is an actual this is not just internet predator. This is a real life actual predator. He just confessed that this is sexual assault. This is SA.
Delete. You'll see on screen here, Pixie claims to have been assaulted in their early years of high school and blames it on, quote, issues and how they handle stress and social interaction.
Again, being assaulted does not justify being a degenerate loser who goes after kids and women. That does not justify it. Just like you can't pull the, oh, I have mental issues, that's why I'm a piece of shit. That does not work. That does not excuse anything. I don't care.
Interactions. They admit to having started to say things along the lines of, I started being incredibly forceful with getting my will. Even if it were small things, I wouldn't take a no. They state that hormones and urges make them unpredictable. Well, Picky, that doesn't mean you can't be held accountable. They tell us that a few towns over they had gone to a park and saw a girl. Pixie claimed to know this girl. Pixie stalked this girl, and Pixie ripped the clothes off of this girl and forced themselves onto this girl. There is a word for this, Pixie. A disgusting word that describes monstrous people like you. You're worse than a predator. And also, you told us a story...
Grape. That's the word.
...of you assaulting someone else and stalking them. You aren't the victim here, Pixie. The only screenshot is beyond vile because this character is literally in the first grade, and Pixie thinks they are funny while saying the most disgusting crap.
The less this... Bruh. 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 Man. Fucking weirdo, bro. Fucking weirdo. Wee woo, wee woo. Ain't no way, bro. Nah. Why? Get this bitch out of here.
I don't have legal liability. Yes, you do, Pixie. You are an adult. Your disability, whether you have it or not, it still does not justify or excuse anything you have done with these children.
So telling a to bend over and that you're going to them at the age of 20 is fine. I made a video addressing it, saying it will happen again. It's not something I have control over. For the child, when yours right there, yours is right there. True. Poke, this video is so long. Yes, it is.
It has all been illegal, and it is not an excuse. Just get that through your head. You can make as many videos as you want to address this situation. You lost the war ages ago, both with yourself and everybody else, and it will happen time and time again. You will get exposed over and over and over again, and be remembered as the most disgusting femboy in VTuber history forever. So here's Pixie again, white as day, literally. Here's this next screenshot of Pixie stating that he's black.
Bro is giving himself the N-word pass without actually having access to it. In addition to that, I'm struggling to find a VTuber that's worse than this. I'm actually struggling. I'm actually struggling to find a VTuber that's worse than this. It's hard to tell at this point.
If you're still not entirely positive or convinced that Spook RL and Pika RL are Pixie, well, let me show you something huge. Photos on screen here are of Pixie's profiles that have changed throughout his career.
There. It's exactly the same. And here we have it here. Yeah. Confirmed. 100%.
As you can see here is a darker Pikachu, which we confirmed earlier as Pika RL, as well as Spook being seen in another profile picture, as in Spook RL from my previous video. Pixie, you are the biggest liar, the biggest fool, and nobody believes you when you say you aren't these people. You can't escape or outrun the past, nor can you escape or outrun the consequences of your own actions, you idiot. So another victim acknowledges the fact that Spook RL used to be known as Pika RL.
To start us off, PKRL used to go by the username SpookRL and used to be a friend of mine before I found out what they have been doing to my friends behind my back. I made a tweet like this before, but Pika's moderators were trying to invalidate that Spook has changed. Oh, of course. Well, if he changed, then that's not that bad, actually, you know? He didn't do anything bad. You know, he's a changed man.
It all just aligns perfectly, and I'm going to be honest with you, you're taking an L, Pixie. Another clip of Pika RL playing Rocket League.
Like, I think tokens are kind of a good way to measure how much importance you have to the stream. That's kind of how much it like is. Like how active you pretty much are, that's pretty much what matters. Like how much of an impact you make to the stream, that's what it pretty much does.
I'm gonna be honest with you, PKRL, your voice sounds really familiar. Showing you this screenshot at the start of this.
To me, the anime thing was a non-issue. Him as somebody gone too far. I don't care much, to be fair, about the anime thing. It's a fictional character. However, with the given context that he likes him young, that does make it creepy.
Video. This is Pixie being disgusting with a 8-year-old child at the time, and then Pixie stated that they wanted to see their bus stretch.
Who?
I don't really want to go into any more detail. You guys probably get it. Pixie tells us that they want to see this child poop, and that they're literally into crap and piss. Pisky, as they say. This is genuinely
This is what going too deep into corn does to a motherfucker. I'm 100% convinced that this is the result of heavy corn addiction.
Disgusting, and just another example of someone you've preyed upon. Also, sending IRL photos of explicit toys to someone who was previously discussed in my other video and confirmed to be a child, someone who is under the legal age of consent, and you went ahead and you sent these photos to them. You are disgusting. In this next screenshot, Pixie states that is the legal age because
yeah, he is German. What law am I breaking? That does not matter. That does not matter. The moment somebody in another country is underage and you are doing that on the internet, and in their country it's not the age of consent, you are committing a crime. End of story.
Because in Germany, is indeed the legal age of consent, but this law does not apply online. The online universal law for age is 18. However, in Germany, for some reason, it's 16. Pixie, this doesn't justify anything, and you are a disgusting person. And this is...
Also, if you are like 18 and you run around with a 14-year-old, I can guarantee you'll fucking die. You'll fucking die. You get annihilated on the spot.
The most incriminating screenshot that I've ever seen. Also, by the way, this literally happened a few days ago, so to all those saying Pixie...
You die if you run around with a 15-year-old even.
Still hasn't done anything recent. There was a couple of different things in this video that have been very fresh, hot off the press. So, there you go. Your guy is still a predator. In this chapter, we discuss those awful, monstrous individuals who live in denial after Pixie's proper exposure from predatory behavior. Pigeon, a well-known avid Pixie supporter, and while I haven't met Pigeon personally, I am aware that they would do anything Pixie has asked them, or would ask them. They would most likely die on the Pixie Predator Hill, rather than admit that the victims were in the right. To the one person who's asking the stuff, if the stuff is true, do you take two people's words for a Pigeon Pixie, or do you take the side of 80,000 of us who have seen the video, packed full of solid evidence that would be dismissible in a court manner? None of these screenshots are out of context, as Pixie claims, and this boils down to a singular word: denial. Pigeon, you spit on the genuine and real victim's emotions and feelings when—
Yeah, but Pigeon doesn't care, because he's gooning to Pixie. Or Picky, or whatever you want to call them. Sometimes the law can go F themselves. This is why when it comes to things like these, I'm more on the morality side than the law. Makes sense, right? Sometimes, just because it's in the law, it does not mean it's correct. It's just hilariously gross.
when you say these things. This isn't a who's right game. This is a you're in the wrong game, and you sided with the wrong. I doubt that these children were extremely inappropriate towards other members, as you say, because it just doesn't make sense. They're children. So stop lying through your teeth for Pixie, who would leave you behind in a heartbeat. You'll continue to deal with Pixie being a predator forever, because that's what they will forever be. It's not crap. It's not drama. It's exposure about a predator who touched children. You're aiding a criminal. So congratulations, Pigeon. I hope this opens your eyes, although I doubt it will, considering how stubborn you are when accepting the truth and responsibility yourself. Screenshot on screen here. We see Picky, or Pixie, the nobody, talking about parasocial weirdos bringing up drama. Now, what exactly does this mean? Well, this is Picky living in denial. Basically,
Everyone that brings up the shit you have done is parasocial. Peak deflection. We can check Discord. I just did. Okay, interesting.
calling the whole situation of Picky, or Pixie, being a predator as drama, and trying to accuse those who despise him for wronging them of being parasocial. Sorry, Pixie, that's not really what's happening here. Sharing fake screenshots and bringing drama makes you seem malicious. You want to know who's malicious here, Pixie? A liar, a manipulator, a predator, a scammer, a slanderer, an egotistical piece of garbage. These are—
And, somebody who committed SA. Somebody who needs 100% needs jail, 100% needs therapy. You should never set a foot out into the real world ever again.
are all terms to describe you. None of these screenshots are fake, and you know it at your core, and that's why you've lashed out 4 months later. Your career is finished, and you know it. I've already disproven everything, and my community has supported me. You haven't disproven anything. You haven't done anything to do jack crap. All you do is discredit—
Also, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you here. We have enough pieces of shit in the VTubing community already. We have racists. We have people who fetishize autism. We have plenty of pieces of shit already around. We do not need more. We have predators who are still running around. We have liars. We have enough. We do not need more of you.
the victim stories who have genuine emotions. The VTuber community does not accept you. I do not accept you. And I know your community doesn't accept you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have
We do not claim him. We do not claim him.
tried so hard to keep that video hidden on your server. I know it still haunts you daily, because you were exposed to the truth. None of these screenshots were faked or edited, and if they were, I'd be impressed considering they were all sent by literal teenagers and children, almost barely in their double digits. In this screenshot, you state that someone made a video on you with a couple of screenshots that provided no context. The screenshots are the context in my video, you moron. Also, you state, to what I even do. You acknowledge that you, Pixie, had done something. So yeah, it sounds like you're just going through some mental warfare. So I genuinely just don't understand. This next screenshot shows Pixie, or Picky, complaining about me again for exposing them with, quote, fake screenshots. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm so tired of hearing that from every disgusting degenerate online with their crack, pissed, stained shares. Almost none of the screenshots were cropped, and there was proof of it being your account. You just glossed over it in your response. Stop lying, little dude. Now this following screenshots open with Picky talking about proving the video and screenshots wrong, but he has—
The only predators I like are the ones from the movies. The only predators I like are wild animals, lions, taking down different animals. That's the only type I like.
hasn't, and he never will. He'll continue to tell everyone that he has, but we'll continue to call your bluff on that one, Pixie. Pixie repeats themselves every single time when mention of the video or screenshot evidence pops up. It's always, fake, out of context, random. I swear, it's all fake. Take my word for it. Please, bro, please. As I said before, it's just exhausting because it's all just an excuse for Pixie to avoid responsibility for the truth. Pixie, my advice to you, right now. Accept responsibility. Accept that you can never change the things that you've done. And accept that you are a monster. And that's all I've got to say. Truly disappointing. Another thing we need to talk about is the age verification system in Pixie Saver, or rather lack thereof, I'll say. As you can see here, this is a new account in Picky Femboy's Hangouts server, and we should be able to type I am 18 into the verification section. Boom. We should have access to the 18 up content after doing this. Now, why exactly is this a problem for me and everybody else? Well, anyone who's a child can very easily type this themselves. For example, this account verifying had just been
What a verification method. I am 18. Oh, I guess that might be right.
and made, and very easily could access this content simply by typing I am 18. What if I wasn't actually 18? This is not a secure verification system and could also just further put children at risk, and I can't say I'm surprised because this is probably what Pixie wants. With there being over 185 screenshots on Pixie and over 15 calculated victims alone, and more to come at this rate, I suspect
15! 15! This motherfucker got 15!
Pixie is genuinely the worst predator that I've ever covered on my channel, and the most disgusting person that I've ever been forced to interact with. I want to apologize to the victims of Pixie thoroughly and let you know that your pain has gone on long enough. Stand with this video, stand with me, and the others in your situation. Let us all unite together and take down the pathetic, disgusting femboy. Spread this video, do what you must, do what you can, and let's get the word out about this vile
Doing my part by reacting to it.
person. Pixie wants your attention. Pixie wants my attention. Any attention, even if negative, is positive in the mind of a sickened individual. Do not visit their pages, do not mention their name outside of this video. Let them starve of attention and dry up. This person thrives off of negativity, fake disorders, and lies, and their deception will forever run more profound than even their own pockets. After this video, Pixie, you will be done, and that is my promise to you.
That is it. That is the video. I realized about their age here. Most people do, yeah, probably, yeah. That's the end of this video. We do not claim him. As a VTuber, we do not claim him. Kick this piece of shit out of here. I do not want him here. The only place where I want him is jail. That's all I need to say. Get this moron out of here.